Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk Hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Let's Talk Hookup coming your way right here on the Mighty 1090. We are having a great show. Captain Art Taylor from The Searcher joining us. We are talking all kinds of great fishing, talking fun, and having a great time doing it. If you want to join us, be a part of the second hour here of Let's Talk Hookup, there's 2 ways you can reach us. Only one line open right now. That's our toll-free number. It's been full all morning. Just dropped off during the break. This is your shot. 877-792-1090. One more time. 877-792-1090. Open right now. Or you can always try us on our local line. That's all full right now, but there's going to be plenty of shots. That's 858-457-1090. One more time. 858-457-1090. Open right now. Hey, we have got a great show going on for you and a great prize. Again, super stoked to have Captain Art Taylor of The Searcher joining us. And not only are we talking fishing, we are giving away the very best pair of sunglasses on the water right now. No doubt about it. A brand new pair of Maui Jims is going to one lucky caller at the end of the show today. It's the Maui Jim Surf Riders with the black and blue frame and a Maui neutral gray lens, courtesy of our great friends up at Maui Jim. An awesome prize, and that's going to go to one lucky caller at the end of the show today. And hey, as promised, it's time for the Catch Report. We're going to find out what's biting out there. Our FishDope.com report starting off this morning, and it's sponsored by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego, where you can get the finest fish processing while you wait from your local, your long range, or your private boat trip. They have taken the San Diego processing business to all new levels with superior service, superior product, and innovations like pre-booking your processing order and those great new tuna burgers. You can friend them on Facebook at fishermansprocessing.com, or for more information, just go to fishermansprocessing.com. And sure want to say thanks to Sean and Rosie. We always talk about them on the show being the most accommodating people, but so easy to deal with. I know we got lucky enough to have a trip out this week, had some very good yellowtail fishing, and just like we always talk about on the show, coming home from the private boat trip, slid over, dropped a couple of fish off that were in ice in the cooler, and within no time, our fish was vacuum-packed, filleted. We traded some of our local yellowtail, or we got our local yellowtail, rather, processed for some of that great yellowtail jerky that they make at Fisherman's Processing. Everything that you would experience on a long-range trip, just like going on the Searcher, you can have done on your private boat trip, and they do such a great job, and it's an awesome, awesome opportunity. We sure want to thank Fisherman's Processing for that. And with that, it's time for the Catch Report. Again, our FishDope.com report, starting off with the man, Captain Mark Wish of Pacific Edge on the line. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Rick. Good morning, Art.
Good morning.
How we doing?
Oh, all right, so before I get to the report, guys, I got an important heads up for you trailer boaters launching out of Huntington Harbor. They have finally reopened the Edinger Bridge. It's been closed for a couple months. They work 24/7 to get it done, get those repairs done, and we're good to go. The Huntington Harbor launch ramp is now open. Thank goodness.
Great news.
On to our fish report here. Offshore, no new word on that local bluefin zone. We're not likely to see much more this weekend, unfortunately. That wind machine is getting cranked up full speed here. Hold on to your hats, guys. It's supposed to breeze up here pretty good. Tanklemany Island still been the brightest spot above the border for those yellowtail. Lots of fish at both ends of the island. Probably the better end seems like it's been down east there from China Ridge down to Desperation Reef proper, and then up in the cove. There's been some good fish in the cove there. It's mixed size fish. There's some big ones. There's some little ones. There's a few of those nicer grade ones mixed in there. Some are being caught on jigs. It's switching over to mostly a bait bite now. Fly line sardine with a half-ounce sinker has been kind of the answer. And also of note, especially in the cove, a little sprinkle of sea bass have been caught here this past week, so it's getting to be that time of year. At Catalina, also still very good signs of yellows around. They're spread out in multiple locations. The east end's probably holding the best amount of fish, certainly I think the biggest ones. Some of the guys are doing best trolling, an X-Rap or a Yozuri. They're trolling out there in 15 to 20 fathoms off the beach just a little bit there. And use heavier gear and pull hard, guys. That seal situation over at Catalina is just absolutely hideous. So on the troll, you can use that heavier gear, get them in a little quicker. There's also some yellowtail up west there. Backside west has been pretty steady. And then, like Clemente, there's been a few sea bass in the mix. And again, it's getting to be that time of year. Very little squid around, so that's a challenge. But there is a little bit of fish here and there. Backside east from Church Rock up to Silver Canyon is probably the better area to keep an eye on. And then on the local scene, we still got some of that big yellow out there on the 150. It's been a little touchier here this past week. You know, it's on clouds and clouds of that micro bait there. It's tough to get a bite. It's tough to get them off of that stuff. But some of the guys have been doing okay throwing the bigger jigs, just changing them up a little bit on a Tatty 45 or a 7X. And other guys are fishing the little small jigs like a mega bait or a Colt Sniper, kind of matching the hatch. But it's been a little tougher. We got some upwelled water from all the wind. It's cool and green, so when that moves out, I think those fish are definitely still around. They're going to be right back on the bite. So that's this week's report, guys. Lots going on. Excellent opportunity to catch a big fish all up and down the coast. Time to go fishing, guys.
Boy, no doubt, Mark. Excellent report. I know we always say it all the time, you know, that fishdope.com. Very, very complete information because of reports just like yourself, adding, giving Danny a call, letting him know what's going up and down the beach, and certainly lots of good fishing opportunity going on up and down everywhere. If somebody wants to get in on the Fish Dope side of things, you can save $20 with a 1-year subscription, a new subscription. Save yourself $20 with entering the code Hookup1090. Again, no spaces. Actually, pardon me, a new code now. That one changed. It's LTHU 2015. Again, the first letters for Let's Talk Hookup. LTHU 2015, all lowercase, no space. We'll save you $20. Mark, there's some really good fishing going on for our early season right now. A little bit of wind today, but I think once that recovers, I agree with you. I think we're in for a good one. If somebody wants to find you up Pacific Edge, get a little more information, hook up on a new bait tank for this great season ahead of us, how do we do all that?
Ricky, we're on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger and Huntington Beach. Phone number is 714-840-4262. The website, PacificEdgeTackle.com, where we'll have pictures of another brand-new state-of-the-art tank, the PE75. It's a flatback double. It's really cool.
Ooh, I like it.
We'll be putting those up. Hey, and I want to tell you, buddy, congratulations. I was so happy for you when I saw that, dude. Good going, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, Mark. I'm really excited. That's very nice of you to say. Pretty proud. I'm stoked. It's joining a pretty cool team of guys there. Appreciate the kind words, and thanks for everything, Mark. Appreciate a great report, and we'll look forward to talking next week.
Okay, you got it.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, Mark. All right, let's head on down the coast over to Seaforth Sport Fishing Mission Bay and talk to our buddy Marcos. Marcos, what's going on there at Seaforth?
Good morning. Well, we've had just about the usual here this week. The San Diego catching lots of yellowtail down at the islands. Yesterday they had 127 yellowtail for 35 guys.
Jeez.
Day before that, 62 for 17 guys. Day before that, 77 for 33 guys. So what we've been seeing for most of the winter, spring here, been some great fishing out the islands there. The half day still catching rockfish and reds, a little bit of bottom fish, starting to see some more calico bass pop into the count. And they're not keeping a lot yet, but they're certainly getting into some there, 30, 40 fish on those trips there. Had the Twilight go out last night, and they're slowly starting to pick up speed there. Same thing. They had about 30 bass, kept 4 of them, some rockfish, some bottom fish mixed in there. So good fishing all around there. The Eclipse is out on a day and a half this week. We're going to see how they do. There's a little bit of weather out there, so hopefully they still get into some good fishing. And I think once it slows through here, we'll just keep rolling with the great fishing we've had. So definitely check the website, seaforthlanding.com. Have our full schedule up there for the half days, the twilights, 3/4 days, day and a half. Some of the boats have posted some 2-day and longer trips up there. Take a look at everything up there. You can make reservations directly online, or you can give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. More than happy to get you out there fishing.
Marcos, great report, man. It's certainly unbelievable, the run of 3/4 day yellowtail fishing that's going on at Seaforth. And we're very excited to have Captain Ryan Bostian in the studio with us tomorrow, Sunday morning. We'll have Captain Ryan there talking about all that great fishing. But just amazing how consistent and how good it has just been. Boy, it just hasn't stopped.
You just keep expecting it to just, fade out, and it doesn't.
It's better and better.
Great.
And the thing that's so crazy too, that right now that people might not realize is not only, like you said, was there 127 yellowtail, the grade of fish is very, very nice too. These are, they're not little fish, and certainly it's a mixed size. There's some smaller fish around, but I would say the majority of the fish at the islands the last few days have all been that really nice size fish. It's amazing to see the quality that's continuing to come over the rail to San Diego.
Absolutely.
Awesome, Marcos. Well, a great report. Sure appreciate you keeping us in the loop. And like I said, we'll look forward to hearing from Captain Ryan Boston of San Diego tomorrow right here on Let's Talk Hookup. In the meantime, if somebody wants to book a trip, how do we do that out of Seaforth?
Check the website, seaforthlanding.com, or give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383.
Awesome, Marcos. Great report. Great job. We'll talk to you next week.
Talk to you then.
All right, thanks a lot for that. With that, we're going to jump right back into the phones. That wraps up our catch report. We got some very patient callers on the line. Why don't we start this one off with Lou, who's calling us from Fullerton this morning. Lou, good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Art.
Good morning, Lou.
I got two items. One, Captain Art, on the 5-day, what would be the optimum amount of outfits and line tests? And would that be the same amount for your 7-day trips?
Well, you probably want an absolute minimum of 4 or 5 outfits. You need a 25-pound. You need for bait fishing and fishing offshore, fly line and sardines. You need a 40-pound outfit for basically the same application. And if the fish are biting, then you can use heavier tackle. And you need a 50 or 60-pound with a high-speed ratio reel for yo-yo and lures. And you need, a 60 or 80-pound outfit for fishing the bottom with dropper loop. And then, without a doubt, you have to have a 2-speed reel with, you can have it with 80-pound braided line, and you can put whatever top shot is needed once you get on board the boat, whether it be 40, 50, or 60 pounds. So you need 5 outfits. And make sure that you have one of those smaller 2-speeds because, they're just, that's what is making a huge difference in production is having those 2-speed reels. So that would be our recommendation. And as far as a 7-day trip, you might want to add another 2-speed in case, we go to the Lejos Rocks and there's some better sized tuna. Then you want a bigger 2-speed to go along with that.
2-speed for fishing 40-pound, another for like that 50, 60 size or 80-pound size, something like
exactly.
that. And, 7-day, and with, like we were talking at the beginning of the show with the Crazy Orm Water and maybe potential of Wahoo up again on shorter range trips, would somebody's yo-yo outfit double as a Wahoo rod, or would you need to have something special for Wahoo? No,
the yo-yo, with the high-speed, high gear ratio reel for fast retrieve with a Raider lure or a Wahoo bomb or something like that, it could double as that for sure.
That's one of the beauty, obviously there's a lot of us that last year had a shot at Wahoo that maybe haven't before, with them being in a, not huge numbers, but certainly being a possibility on shorter trips, but able to catch them with gear that a lot of us already have, because your favorite yo-yo outfit is for the most part about the perfect Wahoo thing too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Lou, appreciate the phone call. Go ahead.
Thing, Ricky.
Yeah, of course, go ahead.
Hey, see what a school project did to you?
Yeah, pretty.
Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you, Lou, very much. I guess I should say I got a text message from a friend that said everybody keeps saying congratulations. Why? And Pat wrote a very nice article. There's been a lot of cool changes going on at Fisherman's Landing with Doug and Captain Tim Ekstrom joining Frank Lopresti in the ownership of the landing itself, and Pat did a really nice article. And then also the big thing for me that everybody's mentioned is I got a very, very cool opportunity to join the ownership at the tackle store at Fisherman's Landing. And I wanted to make a major thank you to both Paul Morris from Fisherman's Landing, and then Frank and Doug for the opportunity. So that's what I got a message that everybody keeps saying thank you, and you haven't said why. So it was in response to that great article that Pat wrote, and super, super dream come true thing for sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I've been working at the tackle store since, I was 15, 16 years old, and summertime job in high school tying albacore feathers, and to now be a part of the ownership with Doug and Frank. It really is. It's a dream come true and a rad opportunity, and I sure appreciate everybody for the kind words. It's very, very heartfelt, and I'm stoked. I'm really excited about the season to come. So all good. Hey, and when we come back, we got more of your phone calls, a big block of your phone calls. You stay tuned. We're going to check in with Councilman Sherman. Lots of great stuff again coming up, and a big block of your phone calls. 858-457-1090. It's the only line open right now. We got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
The Sport Fishing Association of California is taking a leadership role to broaden the fishing opportunities for Southern California anglers. And Saturday, May 2nd, Pete Gregg will be traveling to Mazatlan, Mexico with the president of SAC, Captain Kent Franke, and his staff to host a very important live broadcast from the El Cid Hotel and Resort in Mazatlan. The broadcast will feature some key personnel from Mexico Fisheries and help strengthen the ties with the sport fishing fleet in Southern California and Mexico. They will also discuss the great fishing opportunities available in Mazatlan. SAC's mission is to promote tourism through marine recreation and educational activities while protecting ocean resources. By working together with Mexico, we can show our care for the resources, both at home and across the border, and our desire to take an active role to help protect the future of our fisheries. So mark your calendar for Saturday, May 2nd, a very special live broadcast from Mazatlan, Mexico, with the Sport Fishing Association of California. Check CaliforniaSportFishing.org for more information.
22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro is home to LA's finest open party fleet, including overnights on the Freedom, Catalina Freelance on the Pursuit, half-day trips on the Monte Carlo, and three-quarter-day trips on the Native Sun. Plus, you can charter the Ultra, Spectra, and True Line. There is always plenty of free parking and a fully stocked tackle store. Take advantage of the Wednesday specials on the Pursuit and Monte Carlo, and kids fish free with a paid adult on the afternoon half-day. 22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro. Call 310-832-8304 or book online at 22ndstreet.com.
Good morning, it's Whitney from Mammoth Lakes, California. Come on up, the water's fine, is what the Eastern Tier is touting. And in Mammoth Lakes, it's much more than just the water. This summer, our 4 lakes will be stocked with almost 16,000 pounds of healthy fighting trout. From fishing and biking to hiking and horseback riding, there's a legendary story waiting for adventurers of all ages in Mammoth Lakes. Start planning your next adventure at visitmammoth.com. That's visitmammoth.com.
Cast Tours is a family-owned and operated travel company that specializes in taking you to great fishing destinations. They take pride in providing the best and most affordable vacation packages available. For over 20 years, Cast Tours has been creating unique sport fishing and vacation trips. Whether it's a fishing trip, a family vacation, or an adventure, they will provide you the service and value you deserve. Call Cast Tours at 800-593-6510 or check casttours.com.
Hey, Seagar fans, the wait is over for premium quality pink fluorocarbon leader material. Seagar Pink Label is made from the same proprietary process and exclusive Seagar resins you trust. Seagar Pink Label is soft and supple, yet provides superior knot and tensile strength. In fact, it has 30% better knot strength than competitive fluoro lines. A portion of the proceeds from the sale of Pink Label will be donated to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, Inc. Get Seagar Pink Label leader material at your favorite tackle dealer. To learn more, visit Seagar.com.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know, CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh my gosh, this club is playing fantastic baseball.
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Captain Art Taylor joining us this morning, talking some fishing, talking some fun, and having a great time doing it. Phones are absolutely packed up. Again, we do have one line open if you want to get through. It's 877-792-1090. As promised, before we went into the break, we got the man guy that's always got our back, and that's Councilman Scott Sherman from Fifth Avenue Insurance is on the line. What's up, Scott?
Oh, getting ready for a busy day, buddy. How you doing?
We're doing great. I understand that you've been traveling and working and not allowing a ton of time for fishing, but I know you always get it in there some.
Well, you know, that I put my kayak in the back of the truck along with my business suit, and sometimes you can sneak down to the bay for a couple hours before work and get some spotty fishing in, put the suit on, go to work, and let the kayak sit in the truck. So, hey, I just wanted to say thanks again to Ken Franke and all the work he's doing. I mean, so many people don't realize how hard that guy works to protect the rights of the fishermen out there. And, I mean, he's just doing an amazing job with everything he does in Mexico, the amount of travel he does on our behalf, what he does on a national level here and with different states. I mean, it's just just an amazing guy and how much work he actually puts in on our behalf. So I just wanted to thank him.
No doubt about that, and it sure is cool to hear that both yourself as city council and and the powers that be that are all diligently working towards this. I think it's easy to sit back and think, oh, I sure wish Mexico would open up the bluefin, and it's easy for us to just talk about it, but it sure is nice to know that there's people that are just like yourself that are really working hard towards making that goal happen.
Well, I always look at it, it would have been a lot worse if we hadn't put in a bunch of the effort. So
right.
We're looking at things pretty good here. Also, a couple things going on today. This morning is the annual I Love a Clean San Diego Creek to Bay cleanup. So many times when we're out there in the ocean and in the bay, we see all the trash and stuff that gets washed into the water. People carelessly leave around and the wind blows it out and gets in the water, and it affects the quality out there for the fishery. So today, everybody's mobilizing around San Diego and going out and doing a bunch of cleanup of just trash and litter in different creeks and channels and bays and that kind of thing. So if everybody's up this morning and they don't have fishing to do because of the weather, there's always a good chance to get out and kind of improve our environment a little bit and let everybody know to quit being so careless with the way they discard items into the environment. It affects everything downstream from us. That's for sure.
Good call on that. Like you say, kind of the perfect day for it. Maybe not the very best day to be out on the water with a little bit of wind coming this afternoon. So not a bad call, Sherm.
And then lastly, if you're up in the Linda Vista area today, they have the 30th annual Linda Vista Multicultural Fair, and that thing goes from 10 to 5. And I tell you what, if you want to get up and experience a whole bunch of different types of food and meet a lot of good people and see all, the lion dancers and the dragon dancers, all that good stuff, it's a really good time. So if you're not on the water today and you're looking for something to do, boy, it's a good event and it's free.
Sherm, great. Appreciate you keeping us up to date with what's going on, and really appreciate all the hard work you've been putting into our Mexico fishing situations there. Appreciate that. Doing a great job, and we'll look forward to hearing you real soon. Thanks for keeping us up to date, Sherm.
All right, buddy. Looking forward to getting on the water.
Me too. I appreciate it very much, Scott. Thanks a lot for that. Okay, let's jump right back into the phones. They're packed up. We're going to talk to Dick, calling us from San Diego this morning. Good morning, Dick.
Well, good morning, Rick and Skipper.
Good morning.
This is a feel-good call because thanks to Captain Frank Lopresti and Pete Gray, we had just a great trip aboard Sea-Watch for Wounded Warriors on Wednesday. We had 23 guys and gals come out. I learned the new spot from Captain Chris Carpal, the Del Mar Ridge, and we fished the Del Mar Ridge and caught a variety of rockfish, and the big fish was a beautiful lingcod that scooped the jackpot. But the behind the scenes of the whole thing were the people that supported the trip, and it's kind of an impressive list. Turner stepped up. Turner's Outdoorsman, and had 3 folks come down with lots of giveaways, including the jackpot prize, and acted as mentors and helped folks that maybe weren't quite that familiar with saltwater fish and fish. And then in addition to that, my brother Luke and 3 of his club members came down from Dana Wharf Rod and Reel, and Luke organized the deck crew and got everybody focused on helping folks learn again to fish wherever they were on the rail. And then Pepsi, Costco, Starbucks, San Diego Ice Company, and Winchell's over on Rosecrans all donated products. So it's just a wonderful thing. We've already got a date for next year thanks to Captain Lopresti, and we are just so appreciative.
That's
so I
right,
want to share that with the listeners and let them know that good stuff's going on in our fishing community.
Very, very cool. Good for you guys for doing a great project. Wounded Warrior, such a cool organization to work through and get to take our heroes out fishing. And that's awesome, Dick. Great report. Glad to hear that you guys had a good time and some good fun. And like you say, thanks to all the sponsors and all the people that made that happen. And very, very hats off to you and your brother for organizing those trips. Appreciate it very much, Dick.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot for the phone call. Okay, jumping back into the phones, how about we talk to Hills, calling us from Ventura. Hills, good morning. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
Hey, Rick. Hey, Captain Art. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, so my question is, on your nature trips, which sounds really cool and a little different than sport fishing, do you there's a lot of those remote islands down there that are pretty unique and interesting. do you guys ever get a chance to go ashore on some place like San Martin or any place like that and hike around and check it out?
We stop at several places. We go ashore at San Benito's there,
really?
and up in the southern Sea of Cortez, we go ashore at Isla San Jose. We go ashore on the peninsula. We go ashore at Isla Catalina, and so there's several stops that we make, and that's part of the itinerary is to go for a hike and look at the flora and fauna and the wildlife. So yeah, that's one of the things that is part of the regular itinerary. So yeah, we do go ashore.
Are the islands as rugged as they appear from the outside looking in?
Absolutely. It's a desert, you know.
Bet,
so
yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I got to go ashore on San Martin back in the 80s, and it was just amazing. And I wish I could go check it out some more, but I'm sure some of the other islands are really just unexpectedly beautiful and very interesting. So it's cool you guys go down there and explore.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of the like I said, it's part of our routine. Yeah, we have the permits to go ashore, and so.
Cool. Any wildlife on the island or anything that we wouldn't expect to see?
Well, on San Benito's there's 4 different types of seals on there. You got California sea lions, harbor seals, northern elephant seals, and the cool thing is a chance to see Guadalupe fur seals, and so that's for somebody that's interested in pinnipeds, it's like the Grand Slam.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, Hills, appreciate the phone call very much. Thanks a lot for the phone call. I appreciate it. Next up, let's talk to Don. Very patient caller. Don, sure appreciate you hanging in there with us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rick, Captain Art. Thanks for taking my call.
Good morning.
Hey, looking forward to you guys getting the NOAA link up on your website. I've navigated through it. I'm not going to try and walk you through it because it's way too complicated. So it would help everybody a lot if you could do that.
Good call, and we'll certainly work on that. And Art, I know
Celia has posted it on our website as well, and we would encourage all the other boat owners that are listening to make sure that they get that link on their website so that everybody can get an opportunity for public comment.
And if somebody's listening right now, Art, what is the Searchers website if somebody just wanted to go directly to that right now?
Searchersportfishing.com, and you can go to the blog, Captain Art's blog, and there's a posting there that shows the link.
Awesome.
Great news, guys. Hey, Captain Art, I want to thank you for 2 great trips last summer. Looking forward to the July 8th trip with a bunch of buddies. We're going to head out with you again this year.
Awesome.
I'm sure we're going to have a great time.
Absolutely.
And Rick, I want to thank you, and I know Pete's, out doing field research right now, but your archives pages are fantastic. I haven't been able to listen to you for the last couple of weeks because I was doing some business travel to the East Coast, but I was able to download 6 hours of Let's Talk Hookup that I missed, and that was my entertainment on the way home on the plane. So thank you very much for that.
Well, thanks for that. I'm glad you're enjoying them, Don. And I mean, our hats off on that to our man Adam behind the board there and behind the scenes who makes all of that happen. And he's so quick about getting it done. And we sure appreciate him always having our back for that. And I'm glad you got to enjoy it, Don. Sometimes it helps to get to hear a little bit of fishing when you're stuck traveling somewhere. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thanks for the kind words, Don.
Thanks,
yes,
Don.
Like I said, searchersportfishing.com. Just go to the blog section if you want to check it out right now. And boy, as soon as we can, we're going to get it up both on our Facebook page and the website page as well. So, Don, appreciate the phone call very much. Next up, let's talk to Tom calling us from San Diego. Good morning, Tom. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Well, good morning. I'm trying to get the blog up right now, but I have been on the NOAA site, and I cannot, and I'm pretty good on computers, I cannot find out how to add a comment to the Pacific bluefin question, which they say is due by May 8th, okay? So I think we need a little more help on that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
now, I just got your blog up. I'm clicking on it, but I'm just saying, I went on, I couldn't find it. They asked for feedback, so I went in feedback and answered their 11, 12 questions and put my comments in there that we take but a fraction of the commercial take. But I think that's what we need to say. And again, going on the NOAA page that one's not easy to navigate, and I'm on yours right now where I see your action, proposed summary, dates, addresses.
So yeah,
not sure how to comment.
As we said, like I said, right now, being that this information just came out, we obviously haven't had a time to react to it, but best thing right now would be to go on to the searcher page just so you can navigate through that way, Tom. And like I said, we got this information the same exact time that you did, so we'll look forward to putting up the best way for you to get through directly to NOAA, and we appreciate the phone call very much. And like I said, both on our website and our Facebook page, as soon as we can find the easiest source for you, we'll make sure to send it right away. Okay, next up, let's talk to Rudy, calling us from Carlsbad. Hi, Rudy. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
By the way, Rick, congratulations on your advancement there.
Thank you, Rudy.
And this is the alias Boat Tangles. I'd like to know what the cost figure is on a 3 to 5 day trip on your boat.
Well, thanks for calling, Rudy. A 3 day trip is $1,095, and that includes permits. It wouldn't include a visa or any canned sodas or beers that incidentals that you purchase aboard the boat.
Right.
4 day trips are $1,525, and 5 day trips are $1,795 for a trip that's 27 anglers. We have those ultra limited load trips that are really popular and selling quick. So those are a little bit more expensive, but they're if you're looking for time at the rail and space, a 5 day in the fall is $27.95, and that's a pretty reasonable price for only 14 passengers. You get your own cabin, and they're awesome trips with only 14 customers aboard.
You've told the story many times, but I gotta ask again: what must it look like when there's only 14 people on the boat? Like especially when you're fishing. I mean, you fish around lunchtime. You got a couple guys eating lunch. There's no one left.
Nobody out there. Yeah. The first trip that we did with 14 customers, we had this big ball of yellows under the boat, and I go back there, hoping to see, a bunch of bent rods and everything. It was like, where the heck is everybody? And that was everybody. All 14 people were out there fishing, and there's so much room. It's pretty awesome, and everybody gets their own cabin, so it's really comfortable.
Those are really, really cool. And one thing I gotta say again to you too, Searcher has always provided an affordable opportunity while still maintaining the highest class of long-range service, and it's very cool, and it's a unique opportunity for somebody to see what long-range fishing is all about, from the high-end, very, very good meals, which is one thing we haven't talked about at all today. Searcher does such an awesome job providing awesome food on the trip, to the amazing fish handling, to the high-end service that you guys provide, and still keep it affordable for us to do. And
well, that's something that we've tried to do, is keep it affordable. And Rudy, I would encourage you to go to our website, searchersportfishing.com, and it's got you can go to the schedule page and you can check out all the dates and pricing and how long the trip is and who the sponsor is and how many people, how many spots are available, and you can book online as well.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen.
Great job, Rudy. Appreciate that very much. And for Tom, our previous caller, too, Ryan just gave me a heads up that he's already put the link on our Let's Talk Hookup Facebook page as well. As far as the website goes, we're going to have to wait till Pete gets back in town, which will just be another couple of days here, but thanks to Ryan for that. So if you go on to our Facebook page, again, just search Let's Talk Hookup, you'll find the link right at the top of our page there, too. So and thanks to Ryan for that. Okay, next up, let's talk to Dennis, calling us from Norwalk this morning. Hi, Dennis. Welcome to the show.
Yes, good morning. I'd like to talk to your captain, please.
Good morning.
Of course. Go ahead, Dennis.
Okay. On your fishing for white sea bass, okay, can you just tell me how to hook the bait and how to get ready for white sea bass? Because I never caught one.
Well, primarily, hopefully you got live squid, and that would be the ultimate. That's a start, and with a live squid, you're just going to hook it one time through the tail, and you're going to have a sliding sinker and cast it out there, and you want to be close to the bottom. And the other way would be with a yo-yo lure, and you can pin a couple squid on the bottom of the yo-yo lure and go down towards the bottom, and so that's kind of sort of the way that we've traditionally caught them in the past, that they're always around. They seem to be around the where the squid is at, and so squid is kind of the key to catching white sea bass.
Traditionally fishing the lower zones, as the Searcher does, do you guys run into sea bass
from
at
time
all?
to time?
Cedros, Bonitos kind of thing, or along the coast?
Yeah, and it's not necessarily with squid. We get them with sardines and with Spanish and greenback mackerel, and a lot of times it's a dropper loop setup, with a 16-ounce sinker and a big hook on the bottom is the way that we end up catching them.
They usually find you rather than you
exactly.
go
Yeah,
find them, which is a cool bonus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dennis, appreciate the phone call very much. I hope you have a great white sea bass season this year. How about next up, we talked to Ken, calling us from Long Beach this morning. Hi, Ken. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, guys. Great show, and congratulations, Rick.
Thank you, Ken, very much. I appreciate it.
Hey, my question was, it's kind of a follow-up about the squid. They seem to be non-existent right now. Is that because of the warm water, or just a seasonal thing, or I don't know how that is going to affect the white sea bass bite out at Catalina and elsewhere, but the fish got to eat, so if there's no squid, I guess it's going to be fin bait?
Yeah, everything that I've heard, I think that you can attribute it to the warm water. Traditionally, the cooler water in the winter, and that's when the squid season is, and so with the warmer water, there's, like you say, there's no squid around, and I think that they're catching it up off of Northern California where the water's cooler, and so, maybe with the couple of fronts that come through here, I know that the water rolled over on the coast, and maybe that is the change that's needed to bring that squid in, and hopefully there will be a white sea bass season with squid as live bait, but then it's going to be fin bait, and if you're a private boater, then I know those guys at Catalina, they slow troll a mackerel for white sea bass, and that's kind of the I guess the tip for fishing fin bait for white sea bass is slow troll them.
I know that a lot of fish get caught down in, that northern Baja region from a lot of, Mexican commercial fishermen and pangueros that fish a lot of mackerel. They call it the hamburguesa rig with the big chrome jig, and they'll pin a mackerel onto the jig. So that, that mackerel's flipping around and whatever is just whether the jig is help holding the bait down or just the flash or the struggle or what, but they'll fish that in gear in the rod holder, and especially over those, which we are seeing right now, those big meatballs of anchovy that get on the coast. And, when you see pelicans and anchovy and barracuda around, that's usually a pretty good sign. So a guy might try fishing, fly line mackerel or slow troll mackerel or that mackerel and jig around those bait balls. I mean, like you say, there's fish that certainly have to eat, and the squid makes everything easy. It makes those fish a lot more susceptible to being caught, and it definitely concentrates them, and they certainly put their guard down on it. But there's a great resident population of sea bass that live in all of our local kelp beds all the way up and down the beach, and it just takes more time for a guy to anchor up and fish good conditions and fish heavy enough gear to get a fish out when you hook them in the kelp, but still certainly attainable, just not as easy as when that squid nest is around. You can kick the anchor over the side and just put a squid down on 50-pound and wait for the clicker to go off. Ken, I think we're still going to have a good year. The only one other thing I can say to that, and just because we did so much squid and sea bass fishing the last few years, I remember last year 100% the same thing that we were thinking right now. It was warm water in the early part of the year last year, and we said the same thing. There was absolutely no squid through all of the spring, and we were just thinking, well, it's just not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen this year. And then in June, 2 major squid nests pops up the coast off of Southern California, and there was great sea bass fishing to be had, too. So we're just going to have to wait and see how she shakes out. Yeah.
Things change all the time.
Absolutely. And I know you were saying the same thing, Art. Everything is different right now. We haven't, have this crazy hot water like this, in yellowfin in May. I mean, there is no book to go off. This is kind of an uncharted territory thing going on right now.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's, don't worry about asking why. If a trip meets your schedule, then go.
Yeah, totally.
Go. I mean, we're going to catch something someplace.
That's for sure. Hey, Jeff in Costa Mesa, you're up next on Let's Talk Hookup. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, good morning, Rick and Art. Hey,
good morning.
Hey, congratulations, by the way, Rick. And Art, I had a question. Where in your old log book, I know last year was absolutely killer, but where do you rank it, like amongst 83 and 84 when we got big eye, albacore, bluefin, yellowfin in one stop, and we had large albacore in the Catalina Channel, up to 75 pounds, where we got records. So what do you think?
Wow, I don't know if you can compare the two. The yellowfin tuna fishing was off the charts, and the Dorado fishing was off the charts. But you bring up those years, and that, wow, that was some pretty incredible fishing. I know that on a 6-day trip back then with Danny Jackson, we were at San Pablo.
Okay.
That's 350 miles. And we said, wind them in, guys. We're making a 350-mile move. We ran for 36 hours to get up and try and catch a big albacore.
Really?
And that was in October.
Crazy.
So, it's hard to compare the two because that was phenomenal, and we haven't seen Big Eye in a while.
But we've never seen wahoo up here before either.
Yeah,
so
wahoo up here. It's I guess they're probably about equal.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah.
I know one thing that was fun from a tackle shop thing, and being around at least a little bit, I can definitely never remember a time when guys were coming in, not because it was the most effective thing, but it was super soap, but it was poppers. And the thing that was fun about it was a guy would come in and say, well, I've been on 4 trips this year, and I've caught limits every time, and I want to catch them another way, so I'm going to buy a popper. And then they'll come back the next day. Yep, had limits on the popper. It was just, there was such good fishing to be had, and you could kind of pick the way you wanted to catch them from stop to stop. It was
and, you think about the technology in the tackle industry these days, and so there's just so many cool things that are going on with fishing tackle. Back in 83, 84, we were fly line and sardines, and it was, there wasn't all the tackle advancements that we've had. So, I guess as far as variety and the opportunity to catch those different species of fish, maybe last year kind of gets ranked a little higher because of all the cool tackle stuff that we have to use these days.
I love what Frank Lopresti always says, and that you don't worry about the good old days. These are the good old days.
Yeah, exactly. Go now.
That's it. Jeff, appreciate the phone call very much. Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out what Lucky Angler's got himself a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. You stay tuned. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. A spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or a fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
Fishin' Mission is the best way to get involved in the growing sport of kayak fishing. And Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay will host this great event every Sunday in April and May. Now you can take part in a kayak fishing trip with a professional guide and a top-of-the-line, fully outfitted 2015 Hobie Mirage Drive kayak. And kids are welcome too. A 5-hour, fully guided kayak fishing trip on Mission Bay, including use of the latest model Hobie kayak, fishing gear, and more. It's Fishin' Mission with Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay. Easy to sign up online at FastLaneSailing.com or call 619-222-0766. Sign up soon. They will sell out.
For Rancho Leonero, here's John Ireland.
I'll talk to guests and I'll say, well, how was it? And they say, well, you could talk and improve the fishing. I said, sure, if I had a switch, I would, but how'd you do it? They'll say, well, we fished 3 days and we released 2 marlin and we caught 4 dorado and a bunch of rooster fish. The fishery is intact. Mother Nature's amazing, and fishing's good down there. Tuna showed up, big dorado, good billfish, a good striped marlin. The fish photo gallery is interesting. We do honestly make an effort to update it daily. So it gives you a real good idea of what's being caught at the ranch. Another interesting thing that we have a real-time camera that points off of the front porch of the hotel. A lot of people come on the website just to take a peek and see what the weather's like at the ranch. RanchoLeonero.com. Anytime, I encourage you to come visit Rancho Leonero. I'm proud of it. It's my home, and I'll make sure that you have a great time. I'll personally take care of you.
Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Right, the winner of the brand new Surf Rider Maui Jim sunglasses is going to Ken in Long Beach. Ken, congratulations. You are going to love those Maui Jims. Art, I always say the same thing. I can't believe how fast 2 hours goes by, but just want to thank you so much. I know you guys are very busy with working on the Searcher, but we really appreciate you coming the time to hang out and talk some fishing with us.
Well, thanks. It's great to be associated with you guys. We got our Let's Talk Hookup on the Water seminars coming up, and there's room on some of them, but I think 2 out of the 3 are full. So, you know, call Celia, 619-226-2403 or searchersportfishing.com. You can book online, and there's some openings, so.
Well, you heard caller after caller talk about how much they love fishing with you, and it's not by accident. You guys do an awesome job, and we're very proud to be associated with the Searcher as well, and just want to thank you again. It was awesome. And like you said, go to the Searcher website under the blog section, get a shot to make your public comment about the NOAA Bluefin issue.
Yes.
And Art, just want to thank you for everything you do for all of us here on the show.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate all the reports and appreciate a great show. And, hey, we appreciate you listening to another great show coming for you tomorrow morning. Captain Ryan Boston of the San Diego's will be joining us. We're going to be talking all kinds of great fishing. Up next, you got more great info coming your way right here on the Mighty 1090.